Hi everyone. Good evening, all of you. I welcome you all to the next episode of question answer session. I feel proud to do this because this is one platform which made me to become the explorer in me. We many times hear that we need to become a lifetime student. And becoming a lifetime student is all about learning. But recently I started asking many students this question. Is there anything that you explored? Is there anything that you love to learn and you explored it? I mean, what you really wanted to know and what you really wanted to find out. But I did not get an answer for most of the people for this. Because the explorer is not there in a person. But if the explorer is not there in a person can never become a student. So how will the explorer come up in a student? With questioning ability. Without questioning, I don't think that he'll explore anything. All the education from KG to PG, which is just going out for the students, taking away 17 to 18 years of their life, it's all about writing a few exams. And the entire preparation of the student is focused towards writing that exam. Once the exam is written, the content is represented on the paper, the game is over. No student is really loving to explore the knowledge, to know at least so how many types of flowers are there, what is a unisexual flower, what is a bisexual flower, how cross-pollination happens, how self-pollination happens, what is pollination. So it's a beautiful thing, okay, which people can really enjoy learning. But the challenge with most of the people is this. They are not trying to explore. As they are not trying to explore, but in the case of games, in the case of movies, in the case of celebrities, politics, in the case of friends, okay, they try to explore a lot. As they explore a lot, they'll come to know about a lot of things in life. But when it comes to education, when it comes to life, when it comes to skills in life, okay, people are not really becoming explorers because they are not having good questioning ability. So probably I too did not have that exploring mind in me. But after creating this question answer session, when I just challenged myself to answer the questions of students, so I started thinking in a different angle. Probably I don't know how much benefit I've really done for the student world or the audience who are watching this. But this has really helped me in exploring a lot of information. See, I can just put all this in a crux in just two simple points. The first point is this. If the explorer is not alive in you, you do education as a duty. When you do education as a duty without love towards it, I don't think that there will be something that you will be exploring. And second thing is, the exploration must be complete, in depth. So if we explore a bit of it, okay, then that is not going to help you. You have to explore it completely so that is going to help you forever in life. So I wish all of you to start questioning. So I was recently asking my students this question, okay, you say carbon dioxide is a poisonous gas, but without carbon dioxide, nobody can live on this earth. Though the percentage of carbon dioxide is only 0.03% in the universe, that plays a very major role. So just ask them why. But I did not find the students exploring that answer. They are not ready to explore, okay, why? Because if some information is passed to them, okay, they just want to listen to it. But they're not having the attitude of exploring it. So without being an explorer, a studenthood cannot be experienced. And becoming an explorer, the next step you need to understand in life is you have to explore it to its completeness. You must try to know it completely. See, when you know it completely, you can make it useful for yourself. At the same time, okay, make it useful for a lot of other people also. So, I think questioning will really bring out the intelligence in you, okay, make you an explorer. And the other side of it is, if you can explore it completely, you are in a position to solve the problems that you encounter in life. So the God's given ability is only one thing, okay? Our mind can think. It is blessed with two great faculties, that is imagination and memory. They are great, but the bigger ability of the mind is to think. And with thinking alone, okay, we have to put a solution for every simple thing in life. And in order to drive that greatness in life, we need to trigger our thinking. Thinking can be triggered only through the process of questioning. So develop that questioning, enhance the awareness in you, and lead a better life. And that's my wish, and that's my blessing for everyone, okay? So let's start this question answer series with Pyari's question, okay? Thank you, Pyari. Good evening. Sir, you are giving us a lot of knowledge, but what is the reason that we don't implement it in real life? So probably we started that with this. We are not realizing that the only way to solve any problem in life is implementing the knowledge that we have. Until and unless we don't implement the knowledge, we are not going to solve the problem. See, if people are coming up with new problems every day, a different kind of problem, then it's a serious thing. See, we have many diseases today. The entire world will be prone to different diseases. So probably if you go to hospitals, always they are flocked with people. People will be coming up with like malaria, people will be coming up with typhoid, okay. So viral fever, that, this and all. These are all regular curriculums, okay, which man has already explored. And he has a solution for it. He has a systematic strategy in order to cure that. So each fever, each strategy has some medicines, and each cure is already been explored. So all he has to do is just pick up that medicine and start using in his life. Nothing else than this. Okay. But now and then we'll be encountering with some new challenges. So a few years back we had the challenge of Corona. A few more years before, okay, we had the challenge of AIDS. So these are all something new which the human world has not experienced. So in a similar manner, all the problems what the man encounters, 99% of the case or 99.999% of the cases are problems for which man has already explored reasons. He knows why a man suffers. So let it be rishis or scientists or yogic people or mystics, okay, or the intellectual world has already driven solutions for every problem that the man encounters in life. They are there. All we have to do is search for it, gain knowledge, start applying it in our real life. But people are not applying these principles because they are not used to this right from their childhood. Probably we were taught mathematics, but we did not understand that mathematics was a subject wherein we had to apply some knowledge in order to solve a problem in mathematics. So in physics and chemistry, we had to solve some problems, okay, by applying the knowledge of physics and chemistry. The same is the case with life. See, can you expect a person to solve problems in mathematics without having knowledge about it? So let's say I give a few problems of algebra to a student, and if that algebra problems are not, if that fellow is not aware of what algebra is, see, then how can you expect him to solve that problems? Absolutely, it's impossible, right? If I give a student a few problems on dynamics or rotatory motion or planetary motion, magnetism or something like that, so if he is not having awareness about that subject very clearly, he cannot solve the problem. That is not possible for him to solve the problem. I hope you are understanding it. In a similar manner, every problem that we encounter in life can be resolved only with the knowledge that we carry in our mind about it. If we do not have that knowledge in our mind, there is no way wherein we can solve the problem. So the first step in solving the problem is we have to, I keep on telling this point to you, okay? This is something like my antidote or punchline, okay? What I say is every time you encounter a problem, realize that there is something what you don't know. There is something that what you don't know. You have to explore for knowledge, because as Einstein said, okay, this is our maturity and this is our problem. So problem is something which is always beyond our maturity. So when problem is something which is beyond our maturity, we have to think of increasing the maturity so that the problem becomes small and we will handle it. So in order to increase the maturity, we have to enhance knowledge. First point. So knowledge application is only going to solve the problem. But most of the people, they don't apply knowledge. But problem is being expressed with emotion, pain, suffering. But this slowly subside, okay? We will not be in a state of pain all through. We will not be in a state of suffering all through. We will not be in a state of worry all through, because we divert our mind into something else and we are occupied with a new concept. As we are occupied with a new concept, automatically we are not focusing on that problem. So the pain changes, the worry changes, the struggle changes. So we leave this problem. But understand, okay, suppose you're suffering with toothache. If the pain persists, it's not going, okay, it's consistently troubling you, then there is no alternate for you wherein you can wait, okay. So after at least 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours, a half day, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you must go to your doctor and get a solution for this. But when it comes to life, it's not like that. When your mind is diverted into something else, automatically that problem, okay, is shifted into a new arena. That is the reason why the pain is also shifted into pleasure, because probably in a deep situation, you may come across a close friend, okay, who is trying to care you. So in the process, you will be thinking about your close friend and the care what you are getting out of that close friend, okay. You're not much focused towards the problem. So diversion of the mind will change the experience of that also. So when you are suffering with a problem, your experience is pain. But when you are experiencing something else, okay, the diversion of the mind is on a movie, then your experience is something else. So probably you are seeing a comedy scene and you are laughing, okay. There is a fight scene and you are emotional about it. There is a romantic scene and you are trying to enjoy it with a different perception. So there your experience is different. As your experience is different, automatically you're not going to get this experience of pain. So that is the reason why people never try to solve the problems what they have. They try to shift that experience into something else and leave the problem. And this problem keeps coming, okay. It's like a hutch dog which keeps following, okay. The problem does not leave you until you solve it. So problem only leaves you when you solve it. And if that solution is to be brought into your life, okay, if you have to bring a solution for that problem, you need to understand two things. First, you need to check, okay, what is that I don't know which is causing me this problem. Then, You have to explore it in detail. You have to know it in completeness. See, if at all it's like you're getting angry and you ask someone, why do you get angry? Then they said that, okay, a situation is not in your control. That is the reason why you become angry. Then automatically now a temporary solution is brought in. So when situation is not in my control, I get angry. So this answer satisfies you for a certain time. This situation is not in my control, so I'm becoming angry. Okay, you leave that. You did not explore to its completeness. So if you're not exploring it to your completeness, then there is no scope for you to apply it. So you're just finding a small tidbit, a solution, which is not indeed a solution. It is just what I can say, a spark, okay, an initiation, like one brick in the entire solution. But that satisfies you because that gives some solace to your pain, okay, that gives some satisfaction to the suffering what you are experiencing. Now you just shift it, you shift the mind and you move away from that, okay. It's not like that. See, once you get a problem from something, okay, you explore it in detail, you try to know everything that you need to know about it. So once you know completely about it, okay, then there is every possibility for you to handle it. That's how I don't say I have 100% handled my anger, but to a greater extent I handled it, okay. And see, like in relation building, okay, I think I am very good in relation building. Because now and then there will be situations which really make me think in a negative situation, but my mind immediately looks at the positive side of things and I move on. See, for example, I go to a school to take spoken English classes, and I'll be having a lot of students in front of me. Like all the students from 6th class to 9th class will be sitting there. And so there's a small premises wherein a lot of students will be sitting. I cannot have control of all the students. So a few teachers help me. So while I'm teaching, okay, the teachers are made to make the student focus on what I'm saying. So they have to control it. They have to be there. They have to keep watching it. So this is what the correspondent tells them. But probably they'll not do it. Sometimes they'll be watching videos, okay. Sometimes they'll be answering phone calls. Sometimes they will be communicating among themselves, okay. Sometimes they'll sit and relax. They'll not be focusing on it. This sometimes irritates me because I start thinking on a negative angle. But I know if I get irritated, that is not going to solve the problem. All I have to do is manage it myself. Check it out, take it forward, and just handle it myself. So I learned that, okay, the disturbance is not in the external world, okay, it is just in my thinking. This knowledge what I've taken might not help me in the beginning, but now it's helping me. So because even if I was in that position, probably I should have also behaved like that only. See, when I was working in a college, taking communication skill classes for postgraduate students, okay, I could experience that almost all the faculty members were opposite to me. I was working so hard, okay, to train the students. My intention was just to work hard with the students. But I say that I am arrogant at that time. I was arrogant at that time and I was egoistic a bit, okay. So wherein I used to feel that I was great because I was doing something big. So in the process when the people were opposite to me, I used to think negative about them. Even when I started my own institute, coming away from the previous institute, so there was some negative communication what I used to talk about the other institute. Because I had fear that I cannot handle an institute, okay. I cannot become successful in this process. Probably their knowledge or their abilities may not make me to survive in this field. So that fear used to make me talk negative of things. So by understanding knowledge to its completeness, okay, it's easy for us to apply it. But if you don't understand the knowledge to its completeness, so we cannot apply it. So I can tell you one thing, Pyari, okay, probably you're struck with two arenas. One, so you're getting knowledge, but the problem as it gets shifted, okay, when your mind gets shifted, So as the pain changes, okay, you're not serious about it. One. Second, you may have knowledge in your mind, but you're not pretty serious about that. In sense, you don't have that knowledge to its completeness. As you're not clearly understanding how it is going to have an impact on you, probably you may not be implementing. So the first thing is, check if the knowledge is complete. Okay, and second thing is, if it is complete and if you have understood everything on that, okay, then application automatically follows. Or the other side is, every time you have a problem, okay, just put your total focus on that and think that, okay, now I need to solve this problem. I have to come out of this problem. So what knowledge can help me to come out of this problem? How can I resolve this? So this you challenge yourself and take it forward. Probably you'll be in a position to overcome it, okay? So you're getting knowledge, but the knowledge is not implemented because you're not understanding it to its completeness. So when you understand it to its completeness, then application of knowledge becomes easy, pyari. So probably you still have to explore it. I too did not understand knowledge to its completeness in the beginning days, but my exploration continued. As my exploration continued, okay, I could understand it to its completeness. As I could understand it to its completeness, okay, I could resolve. Now I am able to apply things. I don't say that I don't get into negative emotional state because of relations or something like that. I do get, but I quickly come out of that, okay. So falling into a ditch can happen for anyone, but you need to immediately come out of it and clean it. But if you stay in the ditch, okay, that becomes a nonsense. So nobody can be an exception from falling into a ditch, becoming emotional, doing negative things, mistakes. These are all common. This will definitely happen in life, however perfect you are, okay. So it's not possible for any human being to avoid this. But one thing you need to understand is how quickly you come out of that, how quickly you bounce back into the normal world, okay. It's important. In order to bounce back, okay, you need to apply the knowledge what you have developed regarding that. I hope you understood what I said, okay. Without knowing knowledge, we can never solve a problem in mathematics, physics or chemistry. So the knowledge what we have helps in solving the problem. In the same manner, the problem that life gives us helps us to solve them, okay, when we have knowledge about it. But that knowledge must be incomplete. See, when I was a kid, I used to try to solve problems in mathematics. I used to read the content, okay, the basic information about some topic, let us say ratio and proportions. There will be a small information about ratio and proportions. Just reading that ratio and proportions content, I used to try to solve the problems in ratio and proportions. I used to get a solution for a few problems, but afterwards I never used to solve it. I used to think that I'm not good in mathematics, but I never realized that, okay, I'm not understanding the knowledge about ratio and proportions to its completeness. So once I started understanding the concept of ratio and proportions to its completeness, then I could solve more problems. And in solving the problems, I multiplied the knowledge. So it's not that I multiplied the knowledge, then solved problems. In the process of solving the problems, I multiplied knowledge. The same thing is with you. So you will be applying knowledge, but you are not able to apply knowledge to its completeness. So in the process of solving the problems, you'll come to gain that knowledge. Don't worry, pyari, okay? Everything is going to be great. Just keep going. Keep updating your knowledge. Keep thinking. Keep applying. So keep improving the knowledge. Once you get a clarity about everything, then the way you apply it will be fantastic. Okay? Thank you. So, Ramakrishna, so I feel blessed at least to see you, okay, in question answer sessions, okay, every time. Thank you so much for your involvement in this. And people like you asking questions gives me an interest to take this session forward, man, okay. So, thank you, okay, for being a part of it, and good evening. Hope everything is going fine. How to make our mind not to be influenced by people, situations, how to stay focused every time. Good question, okay. See, I was just talking to one of my classmate or a friend, okay, who is working in US. He's into software industry, software industry. He has been there for almost 20 years, I suppose. He's pretty comfortable. I felt happy that he's going to construct a house and he's shifting into his new house. He's quite settled there. Everything is going good with him. He's not of my age, he's younger than me, but still he has a lot of experience, got settled very early in life. He's very good with reasoning. Okay, he used to think about things wonderfully. So he was just talking about a thing, okay, and he just told me this. Probably it will even be opt for you. You think about it. So job is nothing but, I used to tell you, okay, job is nothing but a sequence of problems. There will be multiple problems and we have to handle that problem. So there will be two kinds of employees, what he said, even connected to my knowledge. One kind of employee is someone who just creates a solution which is temporary. So he comes out of that problem and relaxes himself. And this kind of people will be there almost 80 to 90% in an organization. And these people will not grow to a great extent in life. But there will be a few people in the problem, so who will think in such a manner that if a problem comes in, how I am going to put an end to this problem, so that this problem will not come at all in my life at all. So they will think to an extent, like they'll think about all the futuristic challenges that will be coming, and they'll create a solution for which the problem will not be repeated again in the organization. And when a person can sort out such a problem, such a solution to a problem, okay, then he is a fantastic person. Even in the afternoon, I was talking to one of my friend, okay, Sinu, who is right now working in Switzerland, okay, working for Infosys. He was just telling this. Once he got into the project, he started bringing everything into a system. And right now he has built confidence in the clients and also the team members that they are going to finish the project successfully. So what is his ability is, he can streamline everything. He can think beyond. Like he was saying, okay, when he was talking about one of our friend, he said that fellow will not directly come to the point. He will start from the tail and then come to the mouth. But I am a kind of person wherein, if that fellow gets started with the tail, I understand the mouth of it. So what greatness he has is he thinks in such a manner that he thinks about the problem, that this problem is going to come every year, every time in my life. So what is causing this problem? So they look into the root of that problem. They create a solution in such a manner that the problem will not get repeated again in their life. So simplest logic is this. So don't look for immediate solutions, but you have to understand the root cause of it and then create a solution for it. Let me put a small example. So right now, almost all educational institutions like engineering colleges are suffering from admissions. Okay, they are not able to get admissions into their college, so they are struggling. They are doing a lot of marketing. So certain corporate institutes like Narayana, Chaitanya has created a solution for it. They recruited a team of people who work on it, okay, very advanced, and they start doing marketing for them, and they bring a lot of admissions into this organization. These organizations are not suffering the problem of marketing, but why the other institutions are suffering the problem of marketing. So all the other institutions will start at the neck of the moment. It's at a very final stage. So once like admissions are going to get started in 1 month or so, then they will start that, okay. But Chaitanya and Narayana will not do that, okay. They'll start this admission process almost once the admission is done, okay, they'll start it. Probably by June, okay, they get the admissions closed. From July or August, okay, they get started with the admission process. They'll be focusing continuously on that admission process till January or February. By the time all the other people get into the market to get admissions, okay, these people will have closed that admissions. This is solution for the marketing what they've created. See, in the afternoon conversation when I had with my friend, that is Sinu, he just told me one thing, okay? He's trying to construct a statue of Lord Shiva in his village with a huge budget. For that, he needs a lot of big stones, okay? He started exploring about these stones almost 3 months back. He even asked me about different information about it, but somehow I'm busy with my work, I couldn't find any solution for that. But he told me that, okay, this is going to be a problem. But he advised, he's in Switzerland, he's making some of his team to work on the project. He advised them to work on it in advance, go and check out about this, okay, many times, but they did not do it. Because the vision what he has, so it's like he could identify that this is going to be a problem 3 months in advance. And he started working on it. But these people could not realize that 3 months in advance. So this varies the understanding of the problem. I hope you are getting my point. See, even as you're working in a software company, let me tell you the ideas what he said, okay? I'll give you another 2 ideas. Then I'll come to your answer. If that fellow needs some work, okay, if Sinu needs some work to be done, okay, so let us say he asked you to gather some information. That fellow will be so patient enough that he will call you continuously until you give that information to him. He will be patiently calling you. No ego involves in him. No arrogance comes into him. Because he just wants that answer from you, that information from you. He consistently asks it. You can get irritated, you can get disturbed, okay, but he fixed his mind that he should get information from you. He works on it continuously. He calls you 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, or 40 times, even 50 times, okay, until he gets the information from you. He will not give up. So most of the people give up thinking with a pattern that, okay, if I asked him, but he did not give him, I'm so great. So they'll be having an egoistic feeling that they are great. So because ninokasari adigite vallu cheseyalante. Ninokasari adigite cheseyalane enti egoistic feeling e kada. But people will not have that attitudes, okay? They want to do really, but their busy life will not allow them to do. See, I love Sinu so much. He asked me to inquire about the stones, but I didn't do anything. It doesn't mean that I don't love Sinu. I don't have affection towards Sinu. But you need to understand that I'm so occupied with my work that I'm not able to give time for that. The same thing is with everyone. So until he gets that, okay, he keeps working with them. And this is something what I've learned from him. If I need something, okay, I keep telling. I keep working long enough on that, okay, until I get it. And other lesson what I've learned from is like this. He was a team leader when he was working for Tech Mahindra. He had plenty of teams, okay, working under him. And he used to behave in such a manner with his team like this. So when new team members come into the team, okay, he will say that, I don't know anything about this. So what do you know? You please tell me. He will even go down to a level wherein he will make the other person realize that this fellow doesn't know anything. So he drops his ego. He doesn't want importance. So he doesn't even reveal anything, okay? Says that, I don't know this. Oh, is it like this? Even I don't know this. So you have a very good knowledge about it. You're very good about it. He appreciates the other person for what he has. And the other person will feel so confident that I'm working on a dummy team leader who doesn't know anything. So once his confidence multiplies, he starts working on the project. He never goes to him, okay, for any advice. Because he has decided in his mind that this fellow doesn't know anything. And at some phase, this fellow working on a concept, a module, after working for a lot of time, he will not find a solution. Now this fellow feels so confident that if I'm not getting solution, how this team leader is going to get it? But let me put the problem before him, okay, so that he will suffer for it. So he will go and put that problem before Sinu, and Sinu will solve it in just a second. Then the other fellow realizes how capable this fellow is. But in the initial stage, he'll make them win. So he proves himself to be a waste fellow in the organization. But later, he gains his respect. And even the team loves him so much. A few lessons I told you, okay? Now try to understand this. You said that you don't want to get into the influence of people. See, you get into the influence of people with whom you stay. So what they communicate, what they do, these two things matter. See, probably you are an influence of people who keep reading books. You feel like reading books. You are an influence of people who always talk about girls. You love to talk about girls. If you are an influence of people who always talk about cricket and watch cricket and discuss about cricket, you will be in that move. So, in whatever the influence you put yourself in, automatically you are going to get influenced by that. Now you need to know, okay, what life you want to lead. What is that you want out of your life? And you have to see that, okay, you will be in the influence of that people. See, but right now, I just want to enhance my problem, enhance my knowledge. I want to create solutions for different problems that are there. So in order to create solutions for different problems, I'm working. I'm using all my knowledge, skills, abilities, okay, maturity, what I've got in order to solve the problems, okay. See, I see many problems in the education system wherein most of the people are not turning out to be great. I'm trying to create a solution for all of them, okay. So I really want to work with a lot of schools in future wherein I'll be changing the system of their teaching so that I'll create a system which will really benefit the students to greatness. I've started working out solutions for this, but I want to work solutions in the other sector also. So, I should be influenced by people who are solution creators. So, I make myself influenced by people who are solution creators. So, every time I'm free, I keep listening to the videos, or I keep watching the videos, or I keep listening to the audios of people who are solution finders. But I don't put myself in influence. I might have got a lot of friends today and I can put myself into the influence of those people, but I don't. So as your mind gets influenced by the people with whom you are spending a lot of time, so you must be careful about being with people. Okay, so the first part of it. And second thing is, instead of getting influenced by them, why don't you become such a strong character wherein you will make people to get influenced, but you never get influenced by them. See, let me take my example for this. Initially, when I was communicating in English, wherever I used to go and speak in English, okay, people used to say that, let me put it in English, okay, ఇడెచ్చులోడు ఓవర్ యాక్షన్ చేస్తాడు చూడవాడు పెద్ద స్టైల్గా మాట్లాడతాడు చూడు తెలుగును కూడా విచిత్రంగా మాట్లాడతాడు. So I used to have a lot of comments, okay. I was a point of humiliation. I was a point of fun for many people. But their comedy, their fun, their their criticism did not influence me, but I influenced them. But this took a lot of time for me. It did not happen all of a sudden, okay. So I somehow started working on communicating with English all through my life so that, okay, nobody says that I speak in a stylish manner probably today. I'm talking about the old friends what I have recently introduced people, they may, but I'm not familiar about them, okay. So they never comment on me today. They never point me out. And all this 22 years, okay, I was not influenced by anyone. But I made many people get influenced by me. There are many people who say that, okay, your students speak like you. Your students speak all good information like you. So at least you got influenced when you wanted to write a question, okay, and gain knowledge. This is the influence what I've created on you. So instead of getting influenced by people, why don't you become a point of influence? So for that, develop a few habits, okay. See, understand a simple thing. This I must have told you so many times. Again, I'm telling you. You feed your stomach with food, which is going to give energy in order to lead your life. but you need to feed your mind also with energy, with food, okay? That is some positive information. So become an voracious reader wherein at least you give an hour or two of your time for reading. Listen to success stories. So our channel has a lot of videos, okay, of success stories. Just go through all that success stories. Every time you get some free time, okay, at least when you're getting ready, like when you're traveling, you can just give your ears, okay, for this information. This is going to add a lot of advantage for you. And keep observing, okay. So if you're an influence of people, just keep thinking, be conscious, be aware, okay. What is this fellow doing? Will I think about doing it? See, for example, my father happened to go to Varanasi and he came today last night, and today morning he brought some biscuit packets, I think, for my son. So he gave one to him. So he's out for some maths classes. So there were another 2 biscuit packets at home. So I felt like taking it and eating it. But I was conscious that if I eat a pinch of that biscuit is created in such a manner that I'll feel like eating the other one until the biscuit packet is over. Somehow my tongue will ask for more and more, and the biscuit is designed like that. And that is what the industries work on, okay. They spend millions of dollars in order to create a taste that will make the tongue to seek for more and more. Now I started being aware, if I eat it, I'll feel like eating more. So it's better not to eat it. So I didn't open it. So this is being conscious, being aware. So when you sit with people or when you spend time with your friends, okay, when you watch them, okay, doing something, so you get aware that you are going to get influenced by this, and I must not be influenced by this in advance. So when you are aware, you will not be accidentally getting into that. So you need to watch, okay, what your mind is thinking. So when you know what your mind is thinking, then automatically you will understand how your mind is getting influenced by. Because everything starts in thinking, right? So what you see, what you listen, what you speak will trigger the thinking in you, and that is going to create thoughts. And these thoughts will drive your thinking pattern, which will design your actions and communication. So you know this process because we discussed about it so many times in the class. So keep watching your thinking. So whether you're getting influenced or not. And just be aware, be conscious in such an extent that, okay, what I can say. So be aware to such an extent that, okay, you will realize whether the thought that is running in your mind is a positive one or a negative one. So if it is a positive one, okay, get influenced by it. There's nothing wrong in it. So your question matters because you are getting influenced by some negative people, okay? And you want to avoid that. It's not the influence of positive people, but you want to avoid the influence of negative people. I understand that. So if you are aware, okay, by being influenced by them, okay, suppose there is someone who keeps talking negative about someone always, so you need to check, okay, how it is going to have an impact. Suppose if you start listening negative about others, automatically you overlook that fellow because you are egoistic and you are arrogant, so you automatically overlook that fellow. So once you overlook him, okay, your communication becomes negative, and that communication can hurt him in some situation. Your behavior becomes negative, your actions become negative. So when your actions and your communication is negative, there is every chance of you doing something wrong with him. So if you are conscious, so you will not take that negative part from that fellow. So it's all about, okay, observing yourself. So watch yourself. See, external things are not in our control. Nothing can be done with the external world, okay? Some things will be happening in our way and most of the things will not be happening in our way. So there is no control of the external world, but you can definitely have a control of yourself. But you need to understand why everything is happening. So once you understand why everything is happening, then creating a solution is a pretty easy task. I hope you got it. Okay, be conscious. So every negative influence you're getting into, you try to avoid it. Okay. See, sometimes you've got some stuff and your mind is thinking about it. So just hang on. So if I do it, it's going to have a negative impact on my life. Why should I do it? I don't want to do it. So just hang on like that. And if you hang on like that, okay, then see what happens. See, probably there may be a desire for me to eat something. I put that in front of me and just check how my mind is going to push me to eat it. Okay, it is just a pressure that is built within me which is asking me to eat it. But when I don't eat it, after some time, the mind subsides it. The same thing is with you also. Desires can be handled. Okay, so just observe. See, I think you know the statement, life is inside out, not outside in. So every time something is happening in the external world, okay, look into yourself. What is impacting in you for that experience in the external world? So when you change that intent or the source of the impact, okay, changing that in the external world is pretty easy. But if you're not looking for a solution in the internal world, then you cannot find a solution in the external world. I hope this information is enough, Ramakrishna, for you to get it. If not, okay, just get back to me. We can discuss about it and resolve it, okay? Here I do, good evening. I think we missed your questions in the last two sessions. సో పరీక్షల్లో సరైన సమాధానం తెలిసినా కూడా ఎందుకు తప్పు ఆన్సర్ సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం? See, it's not like that, okay? Because we are not very good in analytical thinking. So we don't think properly. See, I'll just tell you, questions will be created in such a manner wherein they want to check how conscious we are, how aware we are about what we are doing. So if that is not there within us, okay, then it automatically happens. In order to overcome this, what you have to do is you have to write a lot of questions. See, I many times told you that, okay, Bruce Lee used to practice one kick for 10,000 times. And he said that, okay, I'm not afraid of a person who can give me 10,000 varieties of kicks, but I'm definitely afraid of a person who has practiced one kick for 10,000 times. So probably Michael Jackson, Federer, okay, Sania Mirza, whoever it is, okay, even Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, whoever are a popular personality, okay, in any arena of their life, they are popular because they have done it so many times. So probably in order to develop that logical thinking within you, you must have undergone thousands of exams. But you must not have written so many exams. Okay? That is the reason why your mind is not tuned to such an extent that, okay, so it will be in a position to reveal to you that it's wrong. So all you need to do is this, okay? Every time you face an exam, all you need to do that is you have to attempt thousands of examination papers regarding that. You have to, when you attempt so many questions like that, okay, your mind will come to a stage wherein it will identify where you can do a mistake. And it will warn you, it will give you a caution that this is where you will do mistake and you check it. Probably, why do you check once, okay, how many exams you must have written in order to take up this group 2 exam? So, I don't think that you must have written more than 30, 40 exams. But if you have written at least 1,000 exams, okay, and try to check your answers, okay, how many you made mistakes and why you made that mistakes, if that analysis was there, okay, then you must have got that analytical mind, okay, and that needs to be developed. That comes from observation. See, everything is developed on this earth, okay, by observation. Probably, you gave me the book of Brahmanandam. You gave me the book of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So when you gave me the book of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, that too in 2 big volumes, well, like what will be there about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa in this, okay? What content will be there? I did not feel like reading it at all. Then when you gave me the book of Brahmanandam also, so well, what would be there for me to read in Brahmanandam, okay? But you said that the book is more like what you say. So whatever you say, Brahmanandam also said the same thing in that book. So I felt a lot of content to be like this. So I felt as if you were talking in that book. So this made me curious to go through the book of Brahmanandam. But after reading Brahmanandam, I just had respect for you actually. I started developing a kind of respect for your maturity in reading books. See, I never knew even that Brahmanandam wrote an book and which will have some useful information which can be helpful for me. But after you giving it, I realized that there is a book like that. And going through it, okay, I'm in the world of that book. I think that book has become something like an energy wave that is surrounded by me. And recently I just came to your room and at that time I asked you, so what is there in that book of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa? Then you said that, okay, it is just like the book written by Surinagamma. So I got influenced by Surinagamma through Chaganti Koteshwara garu, okay. He told so many times that Surinagamma used to write to his brother about what is happening in Ramanashramam. And that is printed in the form of a book. That's also big, okay. But I felt, okay, I'll be gaining a lot of knowledge. It will be like staying with Ramana Maharshi, okay, and going to know what is really happening there. So that made me to go through it, okay. But going through that book, almost a lot of times, okay, Ramana Maharshi told only one thing, okay. So he keeps on questioning only one thing, who you are. So who am I? Put the question, who am I? So it is just to realize that, okay, I'm not a human being, I'm Atma. Okay. So I don't know how I'll get that realization also. That is a big puzzle for me even now. So I'm not understanding who am I exactly. I'm not getting an answer for that. So I read that book to a good extent, okay, but still I did not discover. So even when I went to Ramana Maharshi Ashram, I just read the whole writing there, which was, first time when I read it was something like a different information. Second time when I read it was an entirely different information. It did not even correlate. It was something like this. I don't know if it appears different for different people. So Ramana Maharshi at one stage felt as if he was dying. Okay. At that very minute when he was getting that fear within him that he's going to die, he said that he got his realization. So when a person is going to experience death near him, automatically he understands life to the greatest extent. Even Brahmanandam happened to put that expression. So he'll be traveling by a boat and he'll be stuck in a storm and they are going to get sunk in the river, and at that time some boat comes and rescues them. Okay, probably you must have read this. There Brahmananda meets his death and he learns a lot about life. That is what he said. And most of the people told me the same thing. But still, I'm an explorer of that. So in this case, what I'm saying is, when it comes to book reading, you have a better maturity than what I have. So you have, see, I'm more towards like personality development books. I had a few selected books and I started working on that because I was more towards solving the problems of students in this institute. So what kind of questions they come up with, what kind of answers I can give to them, okay, this was my focus always. But you showed me a new direction. Now I'm going through the book of, you get the, advantage of it. The first question, I hope you got the answer right, okay. ఏం జరగాలనుందో అది జరుగుతుందన్నప్పుడు మనం ఎందుకు మనకు అనుకూలంగా జరగాలి అనుకుంటాం. ఏం జరగాలనుందో అదే జరుగుతుంది. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ఈజ్ టు హ్యాపెన్ దట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్, బట్ దట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ ఫర్ అవర్ గుడ్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు హ్యాపెన్ in the way we want it to happen, but it will not be in the process that you decide. See, I want to become a doctor. Probably I want to take out the pain physical pain in people. But at that maturity, I did not know that, okay, I'm not capable of taking away the physical pain in people because I can't tolerate, okay, people suffering from pain. So I can't do it. But God knows that I'm a kind of person who can take out the mental pain in people. So as I knew that I can take out the mental pain in people, okay, so God made me to come into this channel. So God always brings us to a path which is more suitable for us, which matches to our potentials, but not the way you want it, but the way, okay, you will get it. So God definitely decides you, gives you a clue and keeps you going, okay. But the only thing is, you will not be knowing why. See, ultimately my 50 years of life experience can just give you one simple solution. I suffered almost for 40 years for everything in my life, that things are not going the way I wanted it to go. But today, with all my experience, if I go back and connect the dots, I can say that not even one thing has happened wrong in my life. Everything has happened the way it has to happen. And I feel grateful to God for everything that has happened in my life. I cannot even say one incident in my life, okay, which has gone wrong according to the plan of this universe, according to the plan of God. So people do not believe what is happening in life is happening for their good and it is going to get benefit into their life. They'll not realize this. So they keep suffering, they keep suffering, they keep suffering. See, if you believe in God completely, then there is no problem. If you don't believe in God completely, then also there is no problem. But the problem is you don't believe in God completely. So you don't believe in God completely. You are in the middle. Sometimes you believe, sometimes you don't believe. If you don't believe 100%, okay, you will never take it in the version of God, okay. It will be like your fight and you will be fighting it. But if you believe in God 100%, okay, so then also there is no problem because it is the God that is going to do everything for you and you will go in that path. But the problem is you will neither believe in God completely, you will neither believe in yourself completely. So you will be in the middle, okay. That is the reason why you will be in a confusion. Understand this. See, for example, I'm trying to answer your questions, okay. So I believe 100% that when I come and stand here, God makes some students to ask some questions and God enters my mind and answers that questions. So it's God who is doing this. So I'm no way concerned about this question answer session. All I have to do as a human being is bring this body, put it here, okay, and focus. That's it. Rest of the game is going to happen automatically. Even before coming to this session, I was thinking, okay, there will be a gap between I getting the first question. Sometimes it will take almost 15-20 minutes. So I have to talk something in that time. What should I talk? Today even I don't know what should I talk. I was thinking about different things. Even I want to talk about the same thing, Brahmanandam's conversation which I loved most. Like for 18 days we can stay without food and we are not supposed to go and ask anyone for food, bending our head, okay, till that 18th day comes. So for 18 days we have to fight in such a manner that, okay, we'll get that food. So even after the 18th day we did not get food, then we have to go and beg someone for food. Till then we should not. And that is what self-respect is. And that self-respect must be there for everyone in order to live their life. So I was so influenced by that statement. And I really wanted to talk about that only today. But somehow I've got connected with the other statement, what I've experienced recently, because Pyari is going to ask a question relevant to it. So I started with that discussion. So God knows everything, okay, what to do, when to do, how to do, in what manner to be done. Only thing is we plan that we can do and we trouble ourselves. See, our duty is to do only one thing, okay. We have to keep working from morning to evening in order to enhance our skills. Know more about ourselves. Transform ourselves internally. So there's a lot of knowledge that is to be implemented. We have to implement and make ourselves a better human being, wherein we'll be more accessible for people. Wherein people will love to listen to what we speak. wherein our presence will be a celebration for the other fellow, okay? So you have to come to such a stage wherein your communication becomes so beautiful that people will love to speak to you. You have to become such a wonderful person that being with you will be a celebration for the other fellow, and this must be worked on every day. So for earning money, we need to find out a career. So we need to keep doing that, and we'll get money from that side. Okay. So you need to understand this, Raidu. That's it. We are not completely believing in God, or we are not completely disbelieving in God. We are in the middle. Okay. That creates a problem. Just jump into this. Okay. When you have a lot of faith, even Anjaneya said that, okay, my faith in you, Rama, makes me a great personality, because you don't have anyone to have faith on completely. So Anjaneya's faith made him to do a lot of wonderful things. Even he could bring back the life of Lakshmana again. But Rama could not rely on anyone with so much of faith. But Anjaneya had this. So when we have faith, 100% faith, okay, our life is going to be different. We're not going to be like this. Think about this. Yeah, Prati. Here, good evening anyway. Thank you so much for your question. How to heal from breakup? So this, see, why breakup appears as a problem is we have some beliefs in our mind. Probably the first belief is we are not going to get a person like that again in life. But who knows? See, I missed many people in life. Okay. But every time I missed a person, I got a better person. So whether the other person is looking better for you or not, it does not depend on the other person, but it depends on how you can look at them, how beautifully you can look at them. So people will be under a belief that, okay, if they miss this person, they will not get such a person in life, because that person is good, that person is sensitive, that person listens to what you say, this, that and all. Okay, probably everyone does it. We did not experience anyone, okay? We have experienced only one or two, and we stop there saying that this fellow is the best, okay? How can we say in this huge world where you have 700 crore people, so you need to go and explore many people. See, I had a friend, my name is Satish, okay? I was with him in my childhood days. Later, we were not close to each other. But recently, I just started giving more time for Satish. And I realized that, okay, he's such a fantastic person. So, I'm relating with him so much. See, a classmate by name Hamidullah, that fellow is pretty rich. I was under the perception, not perception, I don't say, I was very inferior about myself, that I used to think that, okay, that fellow doesn't care me, okay, because I'm not pretty good today. So because of that, I never used to communicate with him. I never used to contact him. I even, when I see him somewhere, okay, I used to escape and move away from there. But unexpectedly, one day I got a call from him saying that, okay, he somehow found my number and wanted to speak with me. He spoke with me for almost 1.5 hours to 2 hours. And now and then he takes some time to call me and share what is happening in my life. It's all my perception. I'm thinking so, but it is not true. So when you change internally, everything is going to be changed. See, the first thing is, there are many beautiful people on this earth. But the only thing is, we have to go and experience them. At last, we had a lot of fear in order to relate with someone. Because of that fear, we never related with anyone. And at one stage, we felt that, okay, we can dare to relate with this person. We related. After that relation, we opened out. We expressed everything. We shared everything. We started dreaming. We started imagining. We started doing a lot of things, okay? So all these imaginations, all these dreams, all these ideas, okay, kept us very comfortable in that relationship. We added lot of flavor to that relationship. We made that relationship something very special in our life. And once that is going to have a breakup, we feel lost in life. But logically saying, if you dare to relate with anyone in this world and go and communicate with them, the same thing happens. See, initially when I had my first breakup, I've got introduced to another girl to whom I started sharing my pain about my first breakup, and that girl became a more wonderful person in my life than the previous one. I could see a lot of greatness in that girl, than the previous one. Every time I got a new relation in my life, I felt, and that is the relation which is right for me at that time. No relation came to me at the wrong time. So God gives you some people and God takes off some people because He wants to introduce you to some new people who are indeed needed for you at that particular time. You need the relation of that people at that time. So whomever are there with you, you're not opening up and relating with them just because you're in the pain of something which has happened in the past. See, one thing you need to understand, life is a celebration when you live it in the present. But life is not a celebration for most of the people because they always live in the past. You need to understand that even if the past is a glory, you have to leave it and come back because it is dead. So if you just remove the past in your life and live in your present, then life is going to be a celebration. Until and unless you don't relate with a new person in your life, how will you discover that, the person whom you are going to relate right now is far, far more better than the previous person. And the second thing is, and this person is the right person for you at this moment. You need to understand this. And that's how life goes. So first thing is, you opened up, you bridged a relation, you served and you had a lot of attachment. So once you break up that relation, it will be painful. Try with a new relation. It's going to be much more exciting than this one. But you need to understand the fundamental principles of relationship. The first one, every relation that comes to you in your life will definitely pass away one day. No relation is permanent. So you need to understand that when that relationship is with you, you must celebrate every moment that you can with that relationship. What you need to learn. See, probably today I exist and all the people who are relating with me must celebrate my presence. I don't exist. Then how much ever they cry, I'm not going to come back. The same thing is with a relation. Every relation comes to pass. No relation is permanent on this earth. And you must realize that at the very first step wherein you are relating with someone. So you must decide that, this relation is going to leave me someday. It can be in a day, it can be in a month, it can be in a year, it can be in a few years. But this relation will leave me. So you must be ready for that. First, prepare your mind for that. And second thing in building a relationship is this. Every relation comes to teach you a lesson what you don't know. And once the lesson is taught to you, the relation goes automatically. It will not stay with you. Every relation comes to teach you the lesson what you don't know. And that is the reason why certain relations will have a few minutes of time with you, certain will have a few hours, few years. So every relation comes to teach you the lesson what you don't know. They will teach and they will go, that's all. Every relation for that reason. So no relation is going to stay with you all the time. And anything to which you serve, you get attached to. So you've served someone, so you've got attached to someone. So you change that service to someone else and you will get attached to them. What has happened should not stop us from exploring the beauty of this world. Probably we enter into a nature And just because we fell down at some particular place, will we go back home not exploring the remaining beautiful part of the nature? Just think. I'm not getting your name, but I'll ask you this question, okay? Just because you could not buy a good dress and someone cheated you while you were buying the dress, did you stop buying? Just because someone did not serve you with an excellent food, okay, did you stop exploration of new variety of food? Just because some movie was a flop movie, did you stop watching movies all through in your life and start crying that, so I went for a movie after a very long time, somehow it was a flop movie, that is the reason why I'm not going to go with any movie? No. Just because when you attended a marriage, something negative happened, did you stop attending marriages? Just because you had a friend, okay, who cheated you, did you stop relating with friends? No, you started exploring everything in life and you wanted to have the best experience of it. Relationship is also like that. The instructions what you give will make you experience life. Probably మీరు ఏమని ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇచ్చుంటారు, వాళ్ళు లేకపోతే నేను ఉండలేను, హీఈస్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఓకే అని చెప్పి, వాళ్ళతోనే లైఫ్ ఉంటుంది అని. ఇప్పుడు మన మైండ్కి ఇచ్చిన ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ జరుగుతుంది అనుకోండి, దెన్ మైండ్ హ్యాపీనెస్ని ఇస్తుంది. జరగట్లేదు అనుకోండి, ఆపోజిట్ ఇస్తుంది. అది ఇవ్వకూడదు కదా. So what instruction you have to give to the mind? Every relation that comes to me in my life will pass. So whatever the time I'm going to have this relation, I must celebrate that relation first. And second thing I told you, right? Every relation comes to teach us the lesson it has to teach. Once the lesson is started, it will leave. So you must focus on the lesson. That's all. And you need to understand that relationships are just like this, okay? All relationships are like soup, a sweet soup, payasam lantidi. And person is a glass who is holding that. In what glass you take the soup doesn't matter. But soup is the same. So every relation is the same. So dare to relate with it. I'll tell you a beautiful statement what Vivekananda said when someone asked, okay, what's a bigger problem than losing a girlfriend? And Vivekananda said that not having confidence of getting another is a bigger problem. So if you drop your confidence that you will not be getting a better person than him, then see, life is an attractive journey. You attract what you want in life. If you decide in your mind that you will not be getting a better person than him, how will you get him? You have to attract what you want in life. And you get what you attract. And I've seen people getting what they. So you are not able to attract new people into your life because you are not confident. So become confident. So be courageous. Then automatically you will attract better people into your life. Your mind will do what you instruct. If you instruct that I will not get a person better than him in my life, how do you expect you to get a better person than him? It's not possible, right? So be confident. See, this universe will always put you with right relationships. Okay? So automatically you need to understand one simple concept, that if something is going away from your life, they're not the right one. There were many relationships which left me, but I'm very thankful for leaving all that relationships, because I've got wonderful relationships later. So you need to take it on. Okay? Be courageous. Go on. And you need to take care of yourself so much in this situation. When you have breakup, you have to eat some special food what you will love. You need to wear the best dresses. You need to take care of your exercise. You need to take the best diet. You need to be with best people. You need to travel to best places. And you need to do the things that you love most in life. You need to take care of yourself so much, okay, when you have pain. So in pain, you should not suffer yourself. When you suffer this body, okay, this body suffers you so much. Don't suffer this body. Make this body celebrate in pain. Then automatically you will come out of it. So people who can smile, even the toughest pains, okay, will take off that pain easily. But in pain, we should not suffer this body more and more. It's like, let us say, if someone is suffering from a severe pain, okay, if everyone is taking a knife and piercing him, okay, how much pain he's going to experience. The same thing is with you. Your life is suffering now. Body will not suffer. Take care of this body with extra care and relate with a new one. Okay, take your relationship forward, and life is going to be much more exciting. I miss many people in life, but I have no regret for that because I've always got the best people in my life. You too will. Okay, take care. Nizam, good evening. So, you always give a big question, which will be 5 to 6 lines. Makes me interested to read all this. When we are aware, we come to know that we have set limits in our mind, okay? When unlearning happens and everything comes to balance, what practices are to be done to lead life in harmony? How do we align ourselves to the laws of life? Okay, when we are aware, we come to know that, okay, we have set limits to our mind. Okay, it's not like setting limits to our mind. Okay, we gave some instructions with which the mind is just leading. That's it. Mind is your slave, Nizam. Okay, you need to understand this. So, whatever the instruction you gave to your mind, okay, your mind follows. Suppose you said that, let's say, okay, I'm very good. So when you say this instruction to your mind that I'm very good, automatically, if the whole world is saying that you're good, your mind will give you happiness. If one fellow is saying that you're not good and you're bad, okay, your mind will give you pain. Because it is just executing the instruction what you have passed. Okay, understand this. If you give to your mind that I'm very great, so everyone should say that you are very great. And even if one person says that you're not great, okay, you cannot take it. So because mind is your slave, it's just following your instructions. When unlearning happens, okay, unlearning is like, okay, keeping yourself empty or taking away things, okay, and everything comes into balance. I don't exactly get your point in this. When unlearning happens, everything comes into balance. It's not unlearning, okay? It's taking away that ideas and setting that instruction right. See, I just told you right now, right? I was just talking to the other girl and I was telling you this. You started giving an instruction that someone is everything for you in life. And the mere thought that someone will be leaving you will be a painful thing. And giving that instruction to your life, to your mind, is a wrong thing, right? Probably you must have given an instruction to your mind like this. Okay, I'm everything for myself. Many people can come and go. I'm like an ocean. So I can give any amount of love and affection to anyone on this earth. So I'm a giver. Giving gives more celebration than receiving. Most of the people don't understand this. They think that in receiving, they can celebrate life. But receiving is never a celebration. Giving is a celebration. Probably I sat in so many classes and started listening to knowledge. But the real joy I got when I started giving knowledge to people. When I do something to others, okay, celebrate. Because giving is celebration. Giving love is celebration. So you have an ability to give love and you must be ready to give love. But you should never be ready to receive love. So receiving is a beggar's choice. And you're not supposed to go for it. When you are a giver, then the whole world is ready to accept it. See, Mother Teresa loved 52,000 people who were on roads, okay, the destitute. And she gave her love to them, care to them, concern to them. And she celebrated doing a lot for all of them. So become a giver. Okay, so the instruction what you have given to your mind must change. So when the instruction that you have given to your mind changes, okay, that you might be calling as unlearning, and you will be in balance. See, in immaturity, we give wrong instructions. We suffer, and God made us to realize that lesson. Now you have to change the instruction. See, before I used to give an instruction to my mind, something like this. I wanted things to happen my way. Then I changed. God does everything perfectly. So now it's my time to accept everything. See, day before yesterday, I just shouted at my wife. I can't tell you exactly how I shouted, but I'll tell you the essence of it, okay? Because I don't remember that. You're not able to make even a little amount of money with which you can buy some fundamental needs, and you too have arrogance in your life and you want things to be in your control. What nonsense is this? Probably I felt bad afterwards. Why did I shout at my wife like that? But I could see some change in my wife. She became more serious about life. She got some work, and she was working from morning around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, okay, even before I was coming to this place, okay, she was consistently working. She was doing something with a lot of, what I can say, dedication. So even God made me to shout at her in that particular situation for a good cause. So when you can accept things in such a manner that God is going to do the right things always, okay, then it's a wonderful thing to take on. But we don't give the right instructions to our mind, and that creates the pain. We give wrong instructions, and when mind creates a negative experience, we blame the mind again, which is senseless, right? Okay. Next, what practices are to be done to lead life in harmony, and how do we align ourselves to these laws of life? See, there is only one practice you need to realize, Nisam, okay? You are not permanent on this earth. You have to leave this earth. I have to leave this earth. Everyone has to leave this earth. No one is permanent on this earth. And we don't know when we have to leave this. It may be the next minute, or it may be the next hour, it may be the next day, it may be the next month, or it may be next year. We don't know when, or it may be after 100 years. But we must leave this earth. When we just realize that being alive is the biggest celebration of life, and as we are alive, there is some possibility for us to do something good, okay? Just like you go and spend some time with someone, okay, whom you love. So you asking me a question probably make me curious and make me celebrate it to answer it, want to guide you. Probably if you can give 1 hour of your time and spend time with me, I would be more happy. Making me happy makes you double happy. You can sit with your mother and start sharing, okay? Mom, how do you really want to see me? What changes I should make in myself, okay, so that you will be happy. So I don't know whether she's everything for you or not, but you are everything for her. She loves you so much, but I don't know how much you are loving your mother. You're not realizing it. So you need to understand that you're going to die someday. And many people want to do many things in life, but they realize the pain of not doing all that, okay, while they are dying. But what is the use of realizing the pain of not doing things, okay, while they are dying? It is senseless, right? So keep remembering to your mind that your life is not permanent. Your life is not permanent. Your life is not permanent. You're going to die. You're going to die. You're going to die. You're going to die. Okay. Keep telling to your mind every second. Okay. So that nothing serious, nothing looks serious in your life. Now, you have a heart which really tells you to do different things. Just do them, and you can start celebrating life. The biggest challenge right now is you're not realizing that there's only one law that you need to practice. Nothing is permanent on this earth. Everyone who has taken birth, okay, must die. Everything that has a birth date must have a death date. Even gods who came to on this earth, okay, they have to leave. Even Muhammad left this world, okay. Though through him God gave you Quran, which is making you reach God, or making the entire community of Islam, okay, reach God. He also left this world. So simply saying, you just look at your photograph, okay? When you were 1 year, then 2, then 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, then 30, okay? So you're dying bit by bit. So you can see that. So death is happening. So anyway, you are going to leave this earth and go sometime. So there is nothing mandatory that you need to do anything on this earth. And even if you are not doing okay, nothing is going to happen for you. So all you need to think is only one thing. When you realize that you are not going to be permanent on this earth and you are going to die someday, okay, you start doing what you love and start doing what you love. And in doing what you love, okay, life shines. But if you're not doing what you love, thinking that, okay, you missed this, you lost this, this happened to you, that happened to you, why this should happen to me, why that should happen to me, why things have to go like this. In the process of suffering for all this, you're not doing what you love. As you're not doing what you love, okay, celebration is not happening in your life. Definitely right now, close your eyes and ask your heart, what is that I want to do? What is that I love most to do in life? What do I really celebrate doing? If you can put this question, there are hundreds in your mind, okay, or hundreds in your heart which needs expression. They want to come out, they want to experience. But you're killing all of them just because something did not happen in your way. Just because things did not go as you decided. That may not be a right thing, right? You need to understand this, Nissan. So the law of this universe is only one thing, okay? You are here on an experiential journey and you must focus on experiencing everything that's happening in your life. See, my heart is not asking me to direct a film, or my heart is not asking me to climb a Mount Everest. But my heart loves, okay, when I answer the questions of people. My heart loves when I create a solution for the challenge that is being encountered by someone. My heart loves, okay, if I dance. My heart loves if I teach English. My heart loves, okay, if I can see people progressing in life. My heart loves if I read some interesting books, update my knowledge. My heart loves when I can share a beautiful information to others. My heart loves when I can become useful for people around me to a greater extent. There are certain things I love. Probably my heart loves so much when I eat the food what my father prepares. Because he prepares with a lot of care. I enjoy eating what my father cooks for me. My heart loves when I spend time with my children. My heart loves so much, okay, when I can share a few ideas which can solve the problems what my children are encountering today. See, if we stop life, then experience misses. Having someone to take care of us, having children, having responsibilities, having some work to do, having work, when we can become helpful for people, is a celebration, Nizam. So your life is not permanent on this earth. You're going to leave. So before you leave this earth, just do what your heart desires for. And the pain is increasing in you, the suffering is increasing in you, just because the love things are not expressed in your life. You need to understand this. When there is an expression of emotion outside, then life is a celebration. Emotions gets expressed, okay, when you do the things that you love. Just do it. There are no specific laws of life. The only law of life is birth and death, and you're already born, okay? You're already born. So the other part of it is only think that okay, you're going to die. So life is not permanent. You need to realize. See, till I lost my mother, I never realized that okay, nothing is permanent on this earth, everything leaves me. Because if you ask me who is the one whom you love most on this earth, okay, who is the most important one for you on this earth, I'll say my mother. I struggled, I worked so much in order to make my mother happy. Probably if my mother was there with me today, I must have worked 100 times more than what I'm working today. But she's no more. If there is any regret in my life at any corner of my heart, okay, it is just because I'm not having my mother. Of course, I tell to my mind that, okay, all the other forms of human being, I can see my mother in them. This is all convincing, fine. But until and unless I lost my mother, I never realized that nothing is permanent in life. When I could lose my mother, I could lose anything on this earth. When I'm ready to lose anything on this earth, okay, there is nothing for me to worry about. So all I have to do is I have to do everything what my heart seeks for. I love to dance when music comes in. I love to teach when students are there in front of me. I love to guide people when they are suffering. I love to care people, okay, when they are looking out for love and care. I love to help people if they are in need. So there are a lot of things, okay, what my heart really want to express out as. And give that expression. So if you force the water in a particular place, not allowing it to gush out. See, if the water is stored in a dam, and if you're not lifting the gates, some of the water wants to damage the walls of the dam and come out. But they don't want to be in that state. The same is an emotion in you. The same is an expression of the emotions in you. They want to express out. Don't stop them because something did not happen according to your choice in your life. And ultimately the same experience will be there in your life as I had. That is, you will realize that it has happened for your good. ఇంతవరకు భూమి మీద లో జరిగిన ప్రతిదీ వాడి మంచి కోసమే జరిగింది వాడు. All the intellectual people told happened in their life has happened for their good and nothing happened in their life. And you have read thousands of stories in that aspect. Thomas Alva Edison, even after failing for 10,000 times when his factory got burnt up because of short circuit, he did not curse because he knew that that was the right thing to happen. So I hope you understood this, Nizam. I want you to start your new life. Probably. Okay, I think this must be Niranjan Kumar or whatever it is. Okay, Kumar, good evening. How to be consistent in studies? Today is my birthday, sir. Need your blessings. Hey Kumar, a very, very happy birthday, man. And God will bless you with everything. I pray to God to be with you in every phase of your life and navigate your life with all beauty, glory, peace and happiness and prosperity to its greatest extent. You will have the best life, Kumar, okay? How do we consistent in studies, okay? So probably, I think you asking this question itself says that, okay, you're going to be a very, 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 very successful person in life. Because only person stay consistent. And you're realizing that you are not consistent in certain things. And this makes consistent soon. Don't worry, okay? పశ్చాత్తాపం మనలో ఎప్పుడైతే ఉంటుందో మనలో మార్పు వస్తుంది. సో యు ఆర్ రిగ్రెటింగ్ ఫర్ నాట్ బీయింగ్ కన్సిస్టెంట్. సో దిస్ పెయిన్ వాట్ యు ఆర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సింగ్ విల్ మేక్ యూ కన్సిస్టెంట్ వన్ డే. డోంట్ వరీ ఫర్ not being consistent. Just try to become consistent. Nothing comes to you by just doing it for a few days or few months, okay? But when you do it long enough, that comes to you. But one thing I can tell you, the success of any person on this earth, you label any name, okay? I can tell you, their success came from two things. They were consistent, and they were consistent long enough. That's it. Other than being consistent, there was no greatness in anyone. You take Michael Jackson, he was consistent in dancing. Okay, you take Rajamouli, he was consistent in directing. You take Amitabh Bachchan, he was consistent in acting. Okay, and he acted long enough in order to see the world experience his greatness. Nobody has become all of a sudden a superstar. Okay, that never happens. So I can narrate a beautiful story, okay, in this situation so that you can understand, okay, this. A king used to get up early in the morning and pray to God, but somehow one day he was sleeping, though it was late in the morning. So angels have to come and wake him up in order to go and pray, but angels did not do that. But a devil came and woke him up. This surprised the king. What? A devil came to wake me up? So why did devil wake me up? Devils will not wake me up for doing a right thing. They must be waking me up for doing a wrong thing, okay? But why this devil woke me up? So the king was so curious and asked the devil. The devil said, it's okay, forget about it. No, I want to know why you woke me up. Then the devil said that, okay, if you don't wake up today, so you will start regretting that you missed your prayers today. And that regret makes you change. And that is what exactly God wants. So God wants you to regret so that you will do it right. That is the reason why God makes you to sleep. God makes you inconsistent. God makes you to do mistakes now and then. Just because that regret in you makes you a better personality. That develops a kind of commitment towards it. That makes you realize the value of it. That makes you more dedicated towards it. Got it? But if you're consistent, devil started saying, if you're consistent, if you get up every day and start praying to God, after a year or two, you'll become so arrogant that I'm so great that I'm perfectly doing it every day. So I'm so consistent in this. I'm such a great man. This arrogance, when you develop, then devil can do lot of nonsense in your life. That arrogance should not come, but there must be regret in your life that you could not do the right thing. So regret always transforms you. Don't worry about that, okay? So you will be consistent, okay? Keep going and keep going long enough, Niranjan. And happy birthday again. So you are Viranjan Kumar, or different name, man. Great. How to be normal after a failure? When failure does good to you, okay, and you must be normal, right? If failure is doing something bad for you, then you don't need to be normal, okay? But when failure is doing good for you, okay, you need to be normal, right? See, fail means what? Realizing that you don't know. So realizing, see, I can say, let me tell you this. మనుషులకు ఉన్న బిగ్గెస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళకి ఏం తెలీదో వాళ్ళకి తెలీదు. వాళ్ళలో ఉన్న మిస్టేక్స్ని వాళ్ళు కనుక్కోలేరు. A person when he does not discover the mistakes what he is doing, a person when he does not know the negatives what he has within him, he is a mess around. So a person can easily identify the negative qualities in others. He can easily pick up the negative qualities in others. But he can never identify the negative qualities within him. So there is only one option for a person to identify the negative qualities within him, and that is, okay, when he fails in life. And a failure comes only when you risk doing something new, something what you have not done before, something what you have not attempted in your past. If you start doing it now, then you will fail. And in the process, you will come to know that you don't know that. Probably if I open a first class textbook and start solving a problem that is there in that book, and if I can't solve it, okay, I need to realize that even I don't have the standard of a first class student. Until unless I fail, okay, I'll never come to know where I am. And you can never take your life to where you want to go if you never know where you are. And failures reveal to you where you are. See, problem ekkada vastundante manandariki, we want to become immediately successful. Immediate ga successful aithe em chestaru? You keep thinking that if you become successful, something great is going to happen. No. So once you become successful, you have to try for a new challenge and try to become successful in that. సక్సెస్ అనేది కొండెక్కడం లాంటిది. ఆ కొండెక్కితే మనం ఏమనుకుంటాం, లైఫ్ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ టు బి వండర్ఫుల్. కానీ ఆ కొండ పక్కనే ఇంకో కొండ ఉంటుంది, దాన్ని ఎక్కాల్సి వస్తుంది. సక్సెస్ ఇస్ ఎ కంటిన్యూస్ జర్నీ. యూ హ్యావ్ టు కీప్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్ దట్. సో వెంటనే సక్సెస్ఫుల్ అయిపోవాలనే ప్రాసెస్లో ఫెయిల్యూర్ వద్దనుకుంటాం. కానీ ఫెయిల్యూర్ మనం ఎక్కడున్నామో మనకి తెలియచేస్తుంది. సపోజ్ యూ వాంట్ టు గో టు తిరుపతి, బట్ యూ డోంట్ నో వేర్ యూ ఆర్. Is there a possibility for you to go? You need to know where you are. Then you can set a direction to Tirupati very easily. But if you don't know where you are, then it is not possible for you to go to Tirupati. You need to understand this. Okay? So, you need to know where you are. And how will you come to know where you are? Through mistakes. So, let mistakes happen in you. Let failures happen in you. Okay, there's nothing wrong in that. But after every mistake, after every failure, okay, learn the lesson. When you learn the lesson, there is nothing what you worry about. Failures are the stepping stones to success. Every failure is a stepping stone for you to reach the success. Without failures, you cannot become successful. See, if I ask you the same thing, Kumar, to you, can you become successful without failing? Is there anyone on this earth who has become successful without even failing for once? So when success is definitely not going to come without failure, you must love failure. I'm not worried about becoming successful, but I'm very much interested in becoming a failure because I want to identify the mistakes what I make. I want to know the negative things that are there within me. I want to rectify them and become a better person, okay? So, love failures. Then there is nothing what you have to feel for, okay? Sorry. So you are having a list of questions, okay? Thanks, birthday boy. I'm a medical student. Great. I'm so happy, okay, to get in touch with a medical student. While studying, I suddenly thought about the past, sir, how to overcome this thing. Hey, it's okay. Thoughts keep coming in your mind, okay? That's like a march fast. Let them, don't give a lot of importance for it. See, what troubles you is the thing what you give importance for. So when you don't care, it's not going to stay long for you. I think there is one song, okay, in a movie which says, problem వచ్చినప్పుడు దాన్ని చుట్టంలాగా మనం ట్రీట్ చేసి స్పెషల్ ఫుడ్ తయారు చేసి పెట్టి దాన్ని ఎక్స్ట్రా కేర్ తీసుకొని చూసుకుంటే పోదు కదా, మనతోనే ఉండిపోవాలనిపిస్తుంది. సో when the past is something troubling, okay, don't give extra care for it. So you need to understand that. I just told this statement just a few minutes back. So it's like this, okay. A disciple asked a guru how to lead a wonderful life. Guru said, you have to live in the present. So Guru, I won't live in the present, but my past bothers me, okay. Then Guru said, drop your past. Then he said, there will be good in the past. So why should we drop that good also? So Guru said, even if it is good, okay, you need to drop it because it is dead. So Kumar, just understand it. Digging into the past is like digging out a dead body that was buried and eating it. Hope it troubles you so much. If you can imagine this. Have this question, okay. How many dead bodies do we eat every day? Every time you get into your past, you realize that, okay, you're digging out a dead body and you're trying to eat it up. So, question is, how many dead bodies do I eat every day? then automatically I don't think that you will get into the past. So whatever the past is, it's dead. So you buried it. You leave it, Kumar. Don't get into the past. And everything that has happened in your past has happened for a future connectivity. భవిష్యత్తులో నీకు ఏది ఉపయోగపడుతుందో దానికి నువ్వు కనెక్ట్ అవ్వడం కోసం అది జరిగింది అంతే. అది కనెక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు యూ విల్ అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్. టిల్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు వెయిట్. దట్స్ ఇట్. సో డోంట్ వరీ ఫర్ ఎనీథింగ్ దట్ హస్ హ్యాపెన్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్, బికాస్ without mistakes, without challenges what you face in your life, okay, you will not be in a position to learn the needed lessons. So how did I learn all the lessons? What I've learned it through doing mistakes, failing in life. So if I start worrying about that mistakes in my life, okay, I cannot experience my present right now. The best insurance for tomorrow is the work done today. సో పాస్ట్లో మనం చేసిన మిస్టేక్స్ ఈరోజు మనల్ని వరీ చేస్తూ ఉంటే ఈరోజు మనం చేయాల్సిన పని చేయం. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ డూయింగ్ ద వర్క్ వాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు డూ టుడే, హౌ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు క్రియేట్ యువర్ ఫ్యూచర్స్? సో యూ నీడ్ టు ప్లే యువర్ పార్ట్ టుడే. అండ్ ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు ప్లే యువర్ పార్ట్ టుడే టు క్రియేట్ యువర్ ఫ్యూచర్, సో యూ ఆర్ నాట్ సపోజ్ టు గెట్ ఇన్ టు యువర్ పాస్ట్. సో ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ యూ గెట్ ఇన్ టు యువర్ పాస్ట్, ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ you are stealing your future and wasting it. పాస్ట్ని గుర్తు తెచ్చుకొని భవిష్యత్తుని నాశనం చేసుకోకూడదు కదా. బికాస్ పాస్ట్ is a buried dead body, but future is a growing plant. You must focus on the growing plant, not the buried one. Okay? Don't steal your future by getting into your past. It's irrelevant, okay? So you're giving more informations on your birthday to me. Good. I'm 23, my friends completed their studies and are doing masters now. But I choose BPC, different stream, and now I'm still studying bachelor. I'm feeling very guilty, sir. How to overcome this? See, people who have got settled in their life, they have got settled early because they want to do a minute work. Probably, see, ultimately the essence of life is something like this. By educating yourself, by developing a skill, by improving your potentials or realizing your potentials, you have to become useful for people tomorrow. So, chadukono, kastapado, potentials ni realize ayi, ఫ్యూచర్లో మనం పీపుల్కి ఉపయోగపడాలి. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఎసెన్స్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. ద అల్టిమేట్ ఎసెన్స్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్ ఇస్ బికమింగ్ యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ పీపుల్. ప్రాబ్లీ హూ సెటిల్ ఎర్లీ ఇన్ లైఫ్, దే హ్యావ్ సెటిల్డ్ బికాస్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బికమ్ యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ ఎ ఫ్యూ పీపుల్ ఇన్ లైఫ్. సో దర్ సెలబ్రేషన్ విల్ బీ వెరీ లెస్. బట్ యు ఆర్ స్టిల్ స్టడీయింగ్ టుడే బికాస్ యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్ యువర్ మెడిసిన్. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు వర్క్ అండ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు స్టిల్ డూ అ లాట్. So you have to work so much in updating your knowledge greatly, but you will be becoming useful for bigger circle tomorrow. You will be influencing lot of lives. See, I'm only intermediate, but my life has taught me a lot of lessons, and through that I'm teaching a lot of students today. Probably I must have touched more than 30,000 students in my life till now. So me becoming useful for more than 30,000 students is the only thing I celebrate. Nothing else than this. So tomorrow, by becoming a doctor, you will be giving life to many people. God lives in doctors to cure the pain of other people. I think the toughest thing what a man experiences on this earth is pain. And God is going to give you or bless you with the power to take out that pain from thousands of people tomorrow. That's the biggest job what you can do on this earth. And when you can take out that pain, okay, of lot of people, that will be a real celebration for you. So that's what Mother Teresa's celebration is. I never think that, okay, Mother Teresa must have worried even for a second in her life, because she must have experienced this, because she could take away the pain of people. So just by answering a simple question of others, when I make them a bit better, if I can bring some cheer on their faces, I've taken some pain out of them, and that makes me a lot more happy. But you're going to take out the biggest pain in people, the physical pain. Okay, so God has given birth for you for a bigger cause. So you're going to become useful for bigger sect of people. When you're going to become useful for bigger sect of people, you need to work for long. Probably Narendra Modi, in order to become the Prime Minister of this country, must have worked for 60, 70 years. After working for 60, 70 years only, he became President of this country. And now he is useful for 130 crore people, okay? Probably many more people in this world. I hope you understand this. Okay. And how to overcome shyness while communicating with strangers. Negative things go away from you, okay, when you do the positive things. So, drainage lo manam continuously paal postu unte, if you keep on pouring milk, okay, after some time, all the dirty water goes and only milk remains. The same thing is this. So you keep communicating with strangers, and someday you will not have any shyness. The only solution for any kind of fear is face it. When you face it, you lose it. That's all. Don't worry about it. That's a pretty common thing. If you're not feeling shy when you're talking to new people, then I think it's a problem. When you're feeling shy when you're talking to new people, that's a common symptom that everyone has. To put it in the terminology of doctors. So it's a regular symptom. See, probably some of your patient got typhoid, okay? There will be some regular symptoms of typhoid. If that symptoms comes in, you are feeling comfortable, right? Because he got typhoid, and typhoid can be cured. If he has got typhoid but the symptoms are entirely different, okay, then you will be in a puzzled state. So feeling shy, feeling hesitant is a pretty common thing. Don't worry for feeling shy. Don't worry for feeling sad. But keep doing it, okay? Keep talking to strangers. There will be a lot of inhibitions in you. You will be thinking that you may not communicate better. You may communicate something wrong. You will not be confident. You will not be flexible. The other person may not like you. The other persons may not be, your communication may not be impressive for the other person. A lot of thoughts will be striking your mind and stopping you from doing what you really want to do. But how can you destroy it? Only by facing it. See, someone must have told you when you were young, okay, that if you go out at night for washroom, probably devils will come and eat you up. So this did not make you to get up alone and go, but you used to take the help of your parents. But some time of your life, okay, you had to go alone. And once you started going alone, okay, everything became normal. So you realize that nothing is going to eat you up and you forgot it. So keep talking with strangers. So when you keep talking with strangers, when you continue talking to strangers always, okay, at one point of your life, automatically what happens is, so you will become confident enough that you will talk with everyone and the shyness will not be there anymore. The simplest prescription for any negative qualities, face it. And face it long enough. Keep doing it long enough. Okay? Then only you will get that result. I did not get my communication all of a sudden in 1 month or 2 months, okay? It took a lot of time for me to take it on. Probably initiation came within just 1 month. But to become a good communicator in the sense, okay, my communication should not hurt anyone. Okay, I think I still have to learn so much in that angle. Okay. You have another question. What is the best way to live peacefully according to you? Realizing what we are. Okay, you need to understand how you will be peaceful, okay? See, one thing I can tell you, Kumar, okay? You have two kinds of pain. One physical pain, which you can cure as you're a doctor. Second one is mental pain. This pain comes from your thinking. So how did this thinking come in? It's from the memory of your past events. Okay? So that memory, the thoughts that are there in the memory are making your mind to think. And that thinking is negative. That's giving you pain. See, answer this. When your thinking is not involved, did you ever have Did you ever have a time wherein you were not peaceful? Well, let me put it simply, okay? రాత్రి నిద్రపోతున్నప్పుడు మనం ఎప్పుడు పీస్ఫుల్గానే కదా ఉన్నాం. మనకు ఒక హారిబుల్ కల వస్తే తప్ప, అది కూడా నిద్రలో ఉన్న ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. ఎందుకు? బికాస్ అవర్ మైండ్ డస్ నాట్ థింక్ వెన్ వీఆర్ స్లీపింగ్. సో ఆల్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ what the man is encountering other than physical pain is just because of the mind, and it's because of the thinking of the mind. Okay, so you need to set right your thinking. I told you, right? Mind positive గా ఆలోచిస్తే హ్యాపీనెస్ వస్తుంది, నెగటివ్గా ఆలోచిస్తే ఓకే వరీ వస్తుంది. So your mind is thinking negative. In that situation, all you have to do is you have to change that into a positive one. That's it. So when you change that into a positive one, everything is good. See, for example, let us say all the discussion what I made about you, the first one you said all your friends have got settled and you're still studying and you're a bachelor. So the thought you are thinking is negative for you. It's like everyone has got settled and they are comfortable, but still I'm in the chase of updating myself. This thinking is giving pain for you. Now I said that, okay, you are here for a bigger picture. You are going to influence bigger lives. You are going to take out the most toughest experience from people, that is pain. So your job is big, so you need to work for a longer time, okay? Because if you want a rice crop, okay, probably 4 months is enough. But you want mangoes, okay, you will not get it in 4 months. You will have to wait for 7 to 10 years. This is also the same thing. When you want to do a bigger job, okay, you need to work on it for bigger time. Okay, this is also the same thing. That's it. In order to remain peaceful, you need to know how your thoughts influence your life. Okay, so what thought is creating happiness for you? What thought is creating, okay, worry for you? So if you observe this and if you start shifting that thoughts, all I'm doing to students is just change in thought process. So you said, how should we be in balance, okay, even with a failure? I said, failure is the thing you need to love. When you start loving failure, I love failure, I love failure, I love failure, because failure makes me realize what mistakes I have within myself. See, let me say something, okay? Being a doctor, Kumar, if you have some disease, do you want that disease to be realized to you quickly or not? You want to know it immediately, right? Because if you know it immediately, you can cure it. Once you cure it, you are healthy, okay? So if you don't know the disease that is there within you, and slowly that multiplies and you comes to a stage wherein it's going to take away your life, okay, then it is a bigger problem, right? So the same thing is mistakes also. Now just I shifted your thinking. I asked you to say I love failure. When you started loving failure, okay, then thought process changed and you are peaceful. See, when you are satisfied with what you have, see, I'll tell you a simpler example, okay? Suppose your pain is that you don't have shoes, beautiful shoes. There are many people in front of you who are wearing beautiful shoes. Now, instead of looking at people who are wearing beautiful shoes, look back. There are a lot of people even without chappals. So at least you have chappals to wear. So let's imagine your condition is in such a way that, okay, you don't have chappals also to wear. But look back, there are a lot of people who do not even have legs to walk. You're far better than them. See, recently I happened to talk with one medical officer who got retired, okay, in a function. And he asked me the same question. How can we be peaceful? I tried to give him different answers. And he said that, okay, by comparing ourselves with someone who is of lesser, lesser standards than us. When we compare ourselves with someone who is of lesser standards than us, okay, then automatically we will be peaceful. We are not peaceful today because we are comparing with people who are of higher standards than us. So don't compare yourself with higher standard people, but look at the people who are lesser than you, then you will be happy and you will be peaceful. See, probably Nick Vijayasik did not have hands and legs, but he is a peaceful man because he started thinking that, okay, at least he has eyes, he has life to live, and he has a mind that can help him to create something what he wants. And he has the love and affection of the God to create everything what he really want. That made him peaceful. People who have lost their legs and live their lives on wheelchairs, okay, at least feel happy today that they are alive and they can do something with their lives. So, peace comes to you when you look at your blessings. So, peace gets disturbed because of your thinking. So, observe what thought is making you, okay, lose your peace. Change that thought. If you're not able to make it, okay, so we can help you for that. So you can contact us and we can help you out, okay. So I'll face it good. What is the best way to be fluent in English according to you? Okay, first you need to know the basics, man, okay, how structures are created in English. And you must have clarity about the subject. So once you have clarity, you will get confidence. And it needs practice as usual. A lot of people directly speak in English without getting strength in the subject. So when you don't have clarity about the information, that is strength in the subject, and if you try to speak, okay, you will speak, but there will be fear within you that you may be making mistakes. But once you are strong in the fundamentals, see, let us say that you constructed a house, imagining that there was a foundation laid very strongly. You couldn't see that foundation, but you felt that there was a foundation laid very strongly, and you constructed a house. Probably first floor stood nice. You wanted to construct another floor, that let us say progress. Then you will have fear within you, right? So because you didn't see the foundation strongly. But if you have laid a foundation for 100-story building very strongly, then you will construct that 100 floors wonderfully. The same thing is with you also. Most of the people don't get fluent and confident in their communication because they don't know the basics of English. So recently I asked one student, okay, నేను ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడాల్సి వచ్చింది. సో దట్ ఫెలో సెడ్ దట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు స్పీక్ ఇంగ్లీష్. సో తన పర్సెప్షన్ ఏంటి, నేను ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్పిల్లా, కానీ నేను అడిగింది ఏంటి, ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడాల్సి వచ్చింది. దాన్ని ఏమని చెప్పాలి, ఐ హ్యాడ్ టు స్పీక్ ఇంగ్లీష్. బట్ తను చెప్పింది ఏంటి, నాకు ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడాలనే కోరిక ఉంది అని. సో దెన్ ఐ ఆస్క్డ్ హిమ్, నాకు ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడాలనే కోరిక ఉంది అంటే ఏమి చెప్తావు? దెన్ హి సెడ్ ఐ క్యాన్ స్పీక్ ఇంగ్లీష్. So he's using right constructions but irrelevant. He doesn't have clarity about the subject. 99% of the people who are not in a position to speak fluent English is just because they're not strong in the subject. See, simple. English communication is like solving problems in physics. Without understanding the concept of physics comfortably, you cannot solve the problems in physics. The same thing is with mathematics also. So language application is like that. See, like when I was a student, when I was trying for a medicine seat, someone guided me like this, okay, if you read the book of Chalapati Rao, physics completely, if you solve it, okay, you will get a seat in medicine, okay, because you will get strong in physics. So I somehow finished that book, okay, from the beginning to the end, okay. I managed it. Did not understand exactly the problems or anything in that, okay, but I just managed completing it. How will I get benefit out of that? So the strength in the subject, even you being a doctor, okay, if you have a strong subject in your mind, okay, then you can treat patients better. So everyone who is a very good doctor today is very strong in the subject. So you need to get strong in the subject, then you have to practice so much, okay. Then you will. See, if Virat Kohli did not have a right coach, okay, you will guide him properly, the fundamentals, okay, then even if he has worked so much on it, okay, I don't think that he'll become a wonderful player. Every great one became great because they've got strong fundamentals and they practiced so much on that strong fundamentals. Without strength in the fundamentals, even if you start communicating, you will communicate, but that will not be courageous, confident and perfect. Because the external world is something like, you speak 100 sentences, of that 99 sentences will be correct, but people will not look into the 99 sentences what you spoke correctly, but the one sentence what you made mistake, they'll point you out. So you need to get strong in the fundamentals first, then automatically, okay, practice on that is mandatory. Even Virat Kohli practices every new ball, okay, for 10,000 times. Nobody has an excuse for that, okay. Everyone's mind's capacity is same, so they have to practice a lot to get that. How to overcome overthinking, okay. So stop the fear that you can't overcome overthinking, okay. Mind thinks So don't give so much attention for that. Don't give so much priority for that, as I told you before. So when you give so much priority for that, see, let's say your mind is thinking about something. There is no problem about your mind thinking, but you want that mind to, you don't want that mind to think like that. So you saying you should not think like that is the problem. So let mind think. See, let's say something like this. Someone is calling you by a nickname. You don't want him to call you by a nickname. Your non-acceptance is the problem. And you say, I don't want you to call me by a nickname, and that fellow keeps calling you by a nickname and you keep suffering. But if you can accept it, okay. See, he created a nickname. Let us say that you are a bit fat, and that fellow said, Duboda, okay. So you need to accept, right? Because you are fat. So if you can accept that, yes, I am fat, that's why you are calling me as a fat fellow, call me, no issue. When you can accept your negatives, okay, then it's not going to make any issue in your life. You're opposing it. You don't want your mind to think. So let it think in a manner it wants to think. Just keep watching. Mind ela alochistundante, it's like this, okay. Let's say there's a girl, she's in a closed room. She kept some songs and she's dancing. Okay. So she's dancing with one perception in mind that nobody's watching her. At that time, someone slowly opened the window and started looking at her. So once she notices this, she stops dancing. Our mind is also like that. Just watch your thoughts, how your mind is thinking. Then automatically it stops thinking. So if you don't watch your thoughts, then automatically your mind continues thinking. And once your mind continues thinking like that, okay, it's going to create the biggest fuss. So watch your thoughts. Just make a shift of it. Non-acceptance is the only problem. So when your mind is thinking about something, you're not able to accept it. So if you can change that, everything is going to be great from that side. Okay. I don't think that you need to worry from that perspective. Okay. So just realize this. Let your mind think, give freedom for it, but don't stop it, because our mind has a nature wherein we call this in Telugu as Nishiddha Karma. మనం ఏం చేయొద్దు అంటామో దాన్ని ఎక్కువ చేస్తుంది. Let it do, give it freedom, and it will stop after some time. So I can tell you a practical example. I had a classmate by name Sanjay. That fellow will be very short and we used to call him as Alaka. And he used to beg everyone, Anadra, please, don't call me like that, don't call me like that. But one day I said him, okay, go to the class and start addressing to everyone that, call me as rat. Rendra nanu elaka ani pilavatledu, pilavandra, elaka alandra, nuve andarni adugu, okay. So when this fellow accepted that he is a rat and he wanted everyone to call him by the nickname, automatically what happened is, okay, people stopped calling him. So accept it. Non-acceptance is Nishiddha Karma. అంటే మనం ఏం వద్దంటామో అదే మైండ్ ఎక్కువ ఆలోచిస్తుంది. Let it think, okay. It's just a march past of thoughts. ఏమైతుంది థాట్స్ వస్తాయి. You are not the thoughts that the mind is thinking. So mind is thinking because of the memory, okay. So you need to shift it. First phase low, let it, don't give priority. Second phase low, shift that thoughts, okay. Drive a positive outcome into it. Things are going to change. How to stay unfocused on one thing, okay. This also needs to be practiced, okay. So understand the importance of practice. One focus వల్ల ఏమొస్తుంది అని. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక పొలంలో మనం ఎన్ని గింజలైనా వేయచ్చు. We can put thousands of seeds into that soil and all the seeds will sprout. But why would a farmer put only one crop, not thousands of crops? So he will not throw all the seeds that are there. He will only put one seed because it is easy to take harvest. So if you are not having one focus, when you make your mind to work for hundreds of things, okay, then you will not get result out of that. So if I ask you, if this is not going to give you any result, if I clearly tell you, then are you going to use it? So let's say you are going to tell a patient, okay, you use this tablet, but this will not solve the problem what you are having. Then will the patient use it? No, right? Just like that, you need to realize that if you're not one focused, then automatically you will not get harvest, you will not get the result that you want. So you need to be one focused. Your mind can only work on one specific thing greatly, not multiple things. See, Thomas Alva Edison was asked once, okay, how you are a genius? And he said that, okay, you all get up in the morning and go into the world to do hundreds of things, but I get up in the morning and go into the world to do just one thing. That's why people call me genius. So you need to be one focused. You need to focus on one particular thing. You should break out all the other things in your life. So in order to stay one focused, okay, break out the ties with all the other things. So I have one focus of teaching spoken English and solving the problems of people in life skills, okay. So I'm using all my life for that. So I'm breaking up all the other ties. So if I don't involve into the other things, okay, how they are going to get into my picture? I don't give priority for all that. I too have relaxation, I too watch movies, I too talk with friends and all, but that will be for a very limited time. But major time, 8 to 10 hours will go for English or life skill handling. And that's what exactly you need to understand. So you know the benefits of one focus and realize that if you're not one focus, you're not going to get the harvest what you want, and you will get it. And I think you know what focus is. Focus is making your mind to think about what you want exactly. Okay, you know what you want. Okay, so suppose you want to become a fantastic doctor, keep thinking about being a fantastic doctor. Then you keep doing the works of being a fantastic doctor. So your focus must be totally on what you want. See, I want to be the best communication skill trainer. I want to solve the problems of people in the society. So I keep thinking about that. My focus is totally on that. When my focus is totally on that, I get more and more aware about it. I update my knowledge greatly in that, and I can solve the problem of things in people, okay. So why do you do something which will not give harvest for you? So if you do something, you must do it because it's giving you harvest. So one focused effort alone works. It's like, see, you have a tube light, light comes from it, light comes in different directions and gets scattered, okay. But that doesn't create any impact on anyone. But if the same light is brought into one needle point, we call it as a laser. And laser can even cut the hardest thing on this earth, okay, that's diamond. We can even cut a mountain and lift it. That much power a laser has. So one focus is also just like that. When you can bring your entire attention into one particular thing, okay, you can create something wonderful. So you're having a flow of questions, okay, that's great. I don't like this thing, but I always want people's attention. How to overcome this? Hey, simple, it's an impossible feat, okay. You need to understand that that will be there for everyone at this age, okay. Everyone wants to have the people attention, okay, but however great we are, however fantastic we are, we need to realize that everyone is not going to like us. However beautifully we are, okay, it's very clear that everyone is not going to like us. See, Mahesh Babu may be smart, okay, he is smart, he acts wonderfully, he dances nicely, he delivers his dialogues nicely. There may be many positive qualities in Mahesh Babu, but it doesn't mean that everyone likes Mahesh Babu. So if you want everyone to like you, then I think, okay, you can never be peaceful in life. So however great you are, however wonderful you are, okay, people will point at you something, because understand this, Kumar, okay, మంచివాళ్ళు మంచిని చూడగలుగుతారు, మంచి మాట్లాడగలుగుతారు. వాడు మంచివాడు కాదు అన్నప్పుడు, okay, how can you expect him to look into the good things in people and speak the good things? మంచోడు కాని వాడి దగ్గర నుంచి కూడా మంచిని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తే, then that is foolishness, right? Attention istaru people when people know about you, but how many people really care to know about you? If they know about you so much, then they will Probably I don't know who you are. If at all, if you are my student, that's fine, okay? If you're not my student, if you're new to me and you just started asking questions, okay? You're trying to explore me for the first time. Probably before you must have come across my work, okay? But you must have just neglected it. So attention will be given when they know more about you. But వాళ్ళు తెలుసుకోవాలి కదా, they must know about you, right? So if they're not knowing about you, how would they give attention for you? So don't care for the attention of people. Let them or not, okay, it's not a problem, okay? So what you are for yourself is more important, not what you are for others. So if you are a fantastic person for yourself, then you will be a fantastic person for everyone. If they did not realize it now, they did not explore you right now. Once they explore you, they'll come to know it. So what you are for yourself is the key. So become the most fantastic person for you. That's the most important thing, okay? What's the best way of getting rid of bad habits, okay? Yeah. Hey, develop some good habits, man, okay? That's all. Bad habits can be taken away from life, okay, by developing good habits. So it's like, let us say, I continuously bite my nails, okay? So I need to develop a good habit wherein I'll cut my nails every day. When I cut my nails every day, I'll not have a nail to eat. That's it. So now you are watching movies late night, so you start reading books late night, okay? So you develop a good habit, okay, which is going to put some positive information into your mind. Okay, you discuss things with people, you update your knowledge, you create some new challenges, take some new tasks, try to explore it, develop a different skills, okay? Try to focus on developing your communication skills, try to focus on what I can say, building relationships with people, know how to build relations. So explore new things, okay? When you start exploring new things, okay, automatically what happens? Okay, you'll drop your bad habits. So if a crop has to be replaced by a new crop, okay, all you have to do is you have to take it out and start up with a new crop, that's it. So bad habits can be dropped by developing good habits. So it's not easy, because habit is something like the control of that particular act is given to the mind by making it a habit. So mind is going to control it. So as mind has already taken the control of it, mind will just insist you to do it. So now what you have to do is you have to come up with a new idea with more excitement, with more interest, okay? You have to drive it, okay? Then automatically what happens, okay? You will start developing a new habit. See, in your childhood days, you had a lot of habits, and you have dropped all that habits and you started developing some new habits today, right? The same thing is this. So when you keep coming up with new habits, okay, the old habits gets dropped in you. And you know that, okay, you want to change a habit means it's already negative, it's not going to have any positive impact on you. So why do you carry something which is of no use for you? So it's of no use, right? So if you're watching movies on Netflix, watch, okay, but watch some interesting movies, inspiring movies. Like something which drives a passion in you to do something wonderful. Now and then I love to listen songs, okay. So what I do is I listen to some inspiring songs. I too wish to watch movies, okay. I wish to watch some movies which will help me, okay, in leading a better life and making myself a better version of myself, okay. So how to overcome overconfidence? Understand what overconfidence is. Confidence is that I can do it. Overconfidence is that I alone can do it. నేను ఒక్కడినే చేయగలుగుతాను, ఇంకెవరూ చేయలేరు అనే థాట్ ప్రాసెస్ ఇస్ ఓవర్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్. ఐ డోంట్ థింక్ దట్ యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ దిస్. సో యూ విల్ బీ కాన్ఫిడెంట్, దట్స్ ఆల్. If you are thinking that I alone can do it, nobody else can do it, then that is arrogance, right? Because everyone is born equally on this earth, everyone has equal capacities. But how much work you do makes you talented and skillful in that particular area, and you can do it excellently. So whatever I have done, anyone can do on this earth. But only thing is they have to give enough time and work on it consistently. If they work on it consistently, they too get that power to do it. That's the only drive. But if they did not do so much of work on this particular thing, okay, then outcome will not be there. That's a pretty common thing. Okay, this is also the same thing. So how you are thinking, you are thinking in a manner that you can do it, or you are thinking in a manner that you alone can do it, that matters. If your thinking is that you alone can do it, then that's a problem. I hope you understand this. So you should never think that, okay, you alone can do it. So if one thing is done by a person on this earth, it's a clue that anyone on this earth can do it, whatever it is. Only thing is, everyone did not try. If you try, you can also. But only thing is, success creation in any great area comes from consistency and being consistent long enough. If you're not consistent, and if you're not consistent long enough, then you'll not see that success. So you need to learn that, that's it. Okay. So I don't think you will be overconfident. If you're thinking you alone can do it, then you must be an unique gift of God, okay? Or God must have come on this earth, okay, to do this miracle. That will not be there. I think so. So don't worry about it. Relax yourself and take yourself forward. Be confident. Always be in an attitude of I can. So never can I. So with an I can attitude, you try. You may fail it 10,000 times if you try. But keep doing, okay, because you will learn lessons every time you fail. There will be something what you have to take in, okay. There will be something what you can learn every time you fail. But if you give up, okay, we are doomed in life, right? I fail many times when I compare to people of my age. I don't know, I'm feeling very guilty, okay, how to overcome this. Hey, see, understand one thing, okay. You should never compare with others, because you're not born like everyone. Everyone is born with a different talent. See, God did not create a similar face for anyone on this earth, though there are 700 crore people. No one has similar fingerprints, no one has similar handwriting, no one has similar eye scanning, no one has similar x-ray. Being a doctor, you must be knowing it, okay. Everyone is born unique, everyone is born different. So you're not supposed to compare with anyone, because your goals are different, your aspirations are different. You may be a doctor, there may be another person who is a doctor also. But why you want to be a doctor? See, one of my friend's daughter wants to become a doctor because she wants to become, like, I don't remember that exact word, okay, a doctor wherein she can travel to different places and cure patients, okay, who are suffering from different diseases. So her purpose of becoming a doctor is different. One fellow wants to become a doctor because his father has a clinic and he wants to continue that clinic. And the other fellow wants to become a doctor because society says that, okay, that's a big profession. And if you become a doctor, that's great. The other fellow wants to become a doctor because he wants to cure diseases of poor people greatly. So different people have different aspirations and reasons in order to become a doctor. So in the race of life, you're alone. There's no one with you. Don't compare with yourselves. But you can compare with yourself, what you were before and what you are now. What you were 1 hour back and what you are after 1 hour. Probably you started asking these questions, okay, almost 1 hour back. And I started answering these questions. In this 1 hour, there must be something what you have learned. So you are a better version of yourself. You can only compare with yourself, what you were yesterday and what you are today, what you were last month, what you are this month, what you were last year, and what you are this year. Okay. Thank you so much, Viranjan Kumar, for your questions. Okay, I really celebrated answering your questions. This is what I expect every week. So I think God has answered my prayers today, okay, with a lot of questions from your side. Okay. Thank you, and I wish you a very, very, very happy birthday. Be the most blessed child on this earth. Celebrate your life greatly. Remember one simple statement. Every time you have a problem, remember that there is something what you don't know. When you know it, and when you know it completely, then you will never have that problem happening in your life. So love knowledge, and that is going to solve every problem, okay, what you have. So as you are curious about knowledge, I could answer a lot of things for you. So I may be in a rush to answer because you are consistently giving me questions. So I could not detail my answers so much. But anyway, I think you have got the pulse. Okay. Thank you so much. You have anything else? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, okay, for this. Take care, okay? Love you the most. Celebrate the love in you the most. Thank you, guys.